Welcome to Raptor's Recon, and we're going to get right into the subject matter at hand. This is in response to William Shatner's post on X yesterday discussing Paramount's tweaking of the Star Trek, the original series intro. So, in case you guys are unfamiliar with what happened, um, basically, I will go right into the tweet that he sent out. I'll give you his perspective. That way you understand where he's coming from and some of mine as well. So, William Shatner posted this on X. It's called presentism, and it was used to wreak havoc on history several years ago when statues were torn down, books were banned, and things renamed to prove how progressive the world had become. Just listen to my opening monologue on Star Trek, the original series on Paramount Plus. They intentionally garbled it on every episode because I say where no man has gone before. That's presentism at its finest hour. Star Trek the original series is a science fiction classic, and no classic should be retroactively edited, right? One thing that does frustrate me is when people do some weird Orwellian revisionist history on stuff. And there is nothing wrong with what Shatner says in the beginning of the episode. It is so classic. It's iconic. Everybody knows that. To boldly go where no man has gone before. And last time I checked, we were all humans, and it's mankind, which is inclusive of everyone. But beyond that, I mean, you just should stay true to what the original creator made. I mean, why change it? I guess that is some of the risks that we have, obviously, because this is a streaming channel, right? It's streaming. And in reality, if you don't really look carefully at the rules behind that, you don't really own those products that they have on the streaming. It's kind of like on loan to you. So they could do whatever they want with it. They can pull them down, they can put them back up, they can cut this, that, and the other. If you're playing a game on online, it's via a streaming source. It could be changed. If it's a movie or a TV show, they can cut this, slice, dice. They can do whatever they want. Reality. And that's why I am a huge advocate of getting the physical media, because if you get that, there is no changing it, right? So, you know, they added in some things like even in Star Wars, where you added that part where Darth Vader is looking at what's happening to Luke Skywalker, and then he starts saying no, you know what I mean? And that's not what happened in the first iteration of this. So I mean, there's a lot of examples. This isn't the first one, but this one has to do with possibly an offense to someone. And for me, it's like, grow a thick skin. Take a look at what this is. Appreciate it for what it is. It's not even anything ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, there's plenty of things on the television. There's plenty of things online, that are explicit language. There's, explicit content. They even, I mean, look at the situation that Disney Plus happened when they were showing an ad for one of their upcoming shows, and you know it prompted questions from kids. So we're not even talking about that kind of stuff. This doesn't even get anywhere close to that. But see, that stuff's okay. But you come with this and say you use where no man has gone before, and that's like a bridge too far for some folks. So that's where it kind of like I got frustrated today. I took a deep breath, said, okay, let me take a look at this. So I went, fired up the Paramount Plus, and I took a look to see what this was all about. Now, when I did it, I checked season one, I checked the different seasons, and I picked some random episodes in there. I didn't check all of them, but it looks to be fixed. So that's the good news. That's the good news. So whatever had happened previously has now been undone or corrected. And maybe it was Shatner's post that brought some attention to it, and somebody got in there and took care of whatever the issue was, whether it was intentional or unintentional. And I tell you, one of the things that really upset me about this is because I was really looking forward to the talks that Shatner was having to possibly come back in his own series. So when I saw this and I saw him responding to that and seeing this come up, I'm like, oh Lord, here we go again. Why can't they just freaking get out of their own way and just respect what came before? It's so hard. It just seems like it's so hard for folks. And the sick part of it all is that if this becomes more and more prevalent, they can go back and change things to fit their own agendas, whether that be political, cultural, whatever. Maybe it's just that they don't want you to be able to compare what they're putting out with what came before, because maybe what came before was way better. You understand? So, there's a lot of dangers with this kind of thing with the streaming services and what they can actually do and what they're allowed to do. Anyway, I just wanted to bring that to your attention. The good news is it looks like it's fixed. I did a quick sampling of a number of the episodes. The Where No Man Has Gone Before is back in there, and it's not muted, it's not garbled, it's not messed with. So that's the good news. So thank you to William Shatner for bringing it to our attention and bringing it to Paramount's attention and getting them to fix this. Well, thanks, folks, for listening to this episode. It was something that I had to jump on when I found out what was going on, and I had to check it out and verify it for myself to make sure, we had an accurate reporting on this. So just wanted to thank you for listening. And if you like this content and these kinds of updates, smash that like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bells for more of this channel's content. Live long and prosper.